Welcome, millionaires, billionaires, and future trillionaires. As always, I aim to bring you truth, knowledge, and wisdom to assist you in your journey to crypto. So, guys, I'm trying to I'm trying to paint you an image where you can clearly understand it. So, just know that the universe doesn't make mistakes. Um, it knows the future. It knows what's going to happen because it's intelligent. It's everything and it's nothing. So knowing that entity or that intelligent is in control, and it's creating the life you want, the life you desire, the life you ask for. And the way to get to the life you want is through manifestations, subconscious programming, and bending reality, shifting reality, where you shift from one to the next. But it all happens on a subconscious level without your awareness. There's obviously multiple realities that do exist. There's different versions of you, but all the other versions are shells, are empty shells. But you are the only one, and those shells operate on a subconscious level. They operate like droids, like bots, because there's no soul in them. You are the only soul. And then as you shift the different dimensions, you can shift and embody that other shell self of you. And it happened on a subconscious level. You're not even aware of it. This is sometimes how you can remember your previous life experiences, and you realize there's no way that was me. You realize, you said, as you realize who you are now, you realize there's no way I did that. There's no way that was me. Sometimes you can see your life operating automatically. You're doing things you're not even aware that you are doing. You've done things you didn't realize you did. This is just the universe creating things, aligning things to happen. And when they happens, it's out of your control, because you created it mentally. Sometimes you can create it mentally, and sometimes you can create it consciously. And then sometimes you can create your life consciously. You are aware of how you're creating it. For example, let's say if I want to become a billionaire, and I keep thinking I'm a billionaire, I want to desire that lifestyle, I want to live that lifestyle, then you're constantly programming your mind with images of billionaire lifestyle, how to live a billionaire, and then you start learning how to get there. And ideas will come to you where that's the universe giving you kicks and push and urges to word that goal. But this is where action comes into play. Action makes things happen faster. But you don't always have to take actions. If you don't take actions, then it's probably going to happen slower than it would if you took action. That's why, a lot of people, when they realize they're not where they want to be in life, then they don't really want to see who's responsible, which is themselves, which is ourselves. It's after you've become aware of your situation, you can change it. Without awareness, you're just operating automatically on habits. So then once you have the information, once you have the knowledge, it's easy to get to your goal, because you understand what you have to do, the steps you have to take to arrive to your destination. So Let's say, for example, if a person was at the rock bottom, very rock bottom, the only way for that person to be, obviously everyone's gonna have, obviously, that's a cargo plane. Obviously everyone's gonna have different lifestyle, so your experiences will be different. So to start, you would have to start using your mind to come from the bottom. So there's only one most effective way on how to create your life. Like I said, it's very easy. You don't need anything outside of yourself. You don't need any money. You don't need anything. Let's say if someone strip you naked, put you on an island, and you didn't have anything. The only way to get off the island and to get the life you want is by using your mind. So how you use your mind, how you control your mind, is through repetitions, repeating what you want to experience in your life, how you want to experience it, constantly repeating it to yourself. Which this is how you're programming the subconscious mind. And it's just like a computer. You're programming the computer. Once you've programmed the computer, it's going to do the task you want it to do. The same thing as your task is to become a millionaire or a billionaire. You start using your mind, and then you start putting images of that reality, of that lifestyle. You can watch videos, you can listen to music. All these forms are different ways to create that reality. And then you don't need, and then the money will just start flowing. This is how sometimes you can randomly find money on the ground because you program yourself as a money magnet, as a wealth magnet. So it naturally comes to you. But a lot of you guys are about to come into a lot of money, so that will determine how you live your life. So I would say it's best to view a life where you're experiencing life beautifully, and also helping as many people as you possibly can, but always take care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't help those people. So a lot of people are going to need the help, because the rest of the population, the rest 90%, are going to lose everything in what's about to happen here. There's different ways they're going to lose it, as I mentioned before, is through hyperinflation, where the devaluation of the currency is collapsing and it's not worth much. So in order for you, for example, right now, if you were to go to the store to buy a gallon of water or a gallon of milk, let's just say a bread, you went to the store to buy a loaf of bread. For right now, an average loaf of bread is probably what, $34. And then once inflation happens and it's fully in your face, and once this transition happen from fiat currency to digital currency, this is what's going to cause rapid inflation, where that same loaf of bread you've bought for $3 to $4 is now, let's say, $3,000, $500. This is what's going to happen. This is what we're about to see. So let's say if you were holding, let's say, $1,000 in your saving account, then imagine you would have to use half of that to buy just a loaf of bread. This is what's about to happen. This is why I say in the previous video is to strive to at least be a billionaire. At least you'll be comfortable. You live as if you were a millionaire, but being a millionaire is gonna be like like middle class, lower class, and then there's no gaps in between that. The next gap is just straight poverty. So this is what we're about to see and witness. So you have the perfect opportunity here now in the crypto space to make generational wealth, that you have unlimited amount of money. So even if you were a millionaire, you can constantly keep making and generating new money. So you can have unlimited amount of money even as a millionaire. The definition of unlimited money is it keeps coming, it keeps coming. As you spend it, it keeps coming, it keeps coming. You can do that in the crypto space. So the crypto, like creating new projects, that's a way of creating unlimited amount of money. The other way is investing in new projects, new coins, new meme coins that get launched, and then each time you buy, and then you make millions, and then you reinvest it in a newer coin, and you constantly growing. You're making money faster than you can spend it. So that's unlimited money. So that's why, you know, it's key that you take advantage of this opportunity that's right here, that's presented itself to you, which is the wealth transfer, guys, that's happening, because all of the world's money is flowing into one single asset, which is crypto, and it's coming to all the other areas in the crypto space, the DeFi and the altcoins, and the meme coins. So we're about to see this happen very quickly, and then it's going to be all over the news. Millionaires, billionaires were created overnight in crypto, and then you can imagine once people see the headline, once the rest of the 90% sees the headline, millionaires, billionaires being created in crypto overnight. That's what we're about to witness and see, and this what's going to open the floodgate of the retail and the rest of the 90% to flood into crypto, guys. And us being prepared, I know a lot of people are gonna say we were lucky once it happens, but luck has nothing to do with it, guys. There were a lot of failures, there were a lot of obstacles, a lot of huddles we had to go through. It wasn't easy, but it was possible. That's all we needed to know. Because if you want something, if you can think it, then it's possible. So just to prepare, guys, and then how you live your life and will determine how you live the rest of your afterlife as well. Because you continue to exist, you just shift bodies, you just change avatars, and then if you go beyond that, it's just that you have a different body. It's lighter. It's just a spirit body. It's just like a ghost. You still exist as a conscious mind. You're just in a different body. But bodies doesn't have to be physical like this one. It can be a spirit. That's still a form of energy, and that's still a form of embodiment. So you just don't have the same obstacles as if you were in the physical body. I know this thing is heavy, just navigating with it around, but you're not aware, you're not conscious. So if you were conscious of everything you were doing, you would realize when you are lifting your legs, when you are moving your arm to pick up a cup of water, you will realize the weight of it, of the cup and your arm. But you're not conscious of these things. It just happens automatically. They just happen on a subconscious level. So this is what happens mostly in the spiritual realm, in the spiritual world. You can't really see it. It's just in the background, but it's controlling your life. It's controlling everything. And this is where, going back to the person, if they were hit rock bottom, all they would have to do is use their minds to get whatever they want. Just start with thoughts. Your thinking is what's going to change your life. So the more positive you are, the more positive things attracts to you. Vice versa, the more negative you are, the more negative things are attracted to you, and it just collapses your life. Versus if you are positive and you attract positive things to you and you uphold your life, you lift and improve your life. So um, first thing is being aware of it, of the situation, and then once you're aware of the situation, then you are aware of what you could do to change it, which is why I mentioned in previous video why um, uh, awareness is the most important thing. You have to be aware. So if I wasn't aware, I wouldn't be experiencing this beautiful moment. I wouldn't feel the sun shining on my face. I wouldn't feel the breeze against my cheeks. I would just be solely in this video trying to explain to you. I wouldn't be aware of whatever is happening. So there's different levels to it. You can be completely aware of all your surroundings, every little movement that's happening, but you would have to be vibrating on a higher frequency to be more aware. But that's probably obviously for a different video, guys. So just to prepare yourself for the amount of money you're about to amass, start to think of ways on how to diversify your money, start moving money around, start securing it, because it's gonna come in very quickly. So that's what happened in the previous bull run. Everyone's making money, people moving money around, trying to hide money. um, this is what we're about to witness. So it's a beautiful experience. So, but a lot of us wasn't experienced enough to keep most of the money and continue to grow it. But that's what all things in life is. Learn, continue to grow, and continue to grow. There's always going to be different planes. So as you grow, you create a new plane, you exist on a higher plane, and you continue to learn, grow. That's what life is about. Life is about experiencing new things, new people, interacting with new people, interacting with new beings, experiencing life. And then the other is learning and growing. If you are not learning, then you are not really growing. So it's always good to have something you're pursuing. So I'll see you guys in the next video. If you are new and passing through, guys, I suggest you join the Telegram group, the community. The link is in the description below. Look for Bull Run or Visionary DeFi. So we're about to go parabolic, guys. Just get ready.